be or exist. We've copied it from Egypt. Tehuti is referred to as Thoth by the Greeks, who is referred to as Gu by the Tamarayat in ancient Tamare. He is the scribe of the Nitirat deities. He appears as the record keeper of the dead. He appears as the record keeper of the dead in the books of Coming Forth by Day, Book of the Dead. He is the patron of learning and of the arts. He is the inventor of writing, and in the specific theology related to him, he is also seen as the creator of this universe. Tehuti is depicted as a man with the head of a Ian baboon, or as a Hebrew Ibis bird. He also bears the pen and ink, baboon. He also bears the pen and ink, and sometimes also the lunar disc. And sometimes also the lunar disc and crescent moon. The Heb Ibis bird is a wading bird related to the stork or the heron. The choice of the ibis indicates a unique feature or quality which spiritual learning requires. This quality is related to the wading nature of the Heb Ibis bird. The word wading means walking in or through a substance as water that offers resistance, impedes, or makes movement difficult. The lunar crescent moon, symbol of Tehuti, is a figure of a moon or luna in its first quarter. It has concave and convex edges terminating in points. 4 moon cycles and 4 sun cycles. The deity Khonsu is also a lunar deity. He assisted Tehuti in recording the passing of time and also served as the healer of the sick and protector against evil spirits. The crescent moon symbol signifies growing or increasing understanding, reason, and spiritual wisdom. The Muslims took it as their own symbol of when to open and break the fast of Ramadan. Many Islamic countries also use the crescent on their flags. Tehuti is the embodiment of knowledge. He is known as Hermes and Thoth by the Greeks, Melchizedek in your Bible, and El Khidr in Islam. The female counterpart of Tehuti was the female Netirti Seshat. She is called the foremost of libraries because she watched over her husband's books. In temple paintings, she is shown dressed in a leopard skin with an emblem on her head in the form of a 7-pointed star, above which was a pair of cow horns, which is a crescent moon. She was a personal netirti of the Pharaoh, reserved for him alone. She also aided and assisted the Pharaoh in many ways by recording the time allowed to him by the Nitirat for his stay on planet Earth. And from the second dynasty, she helped the Pharaoh lay the foundation of the temples and the ceremony known as stretching of the cord. This ceremony is referring to the mason line used to measure out the limits of the building. This is one of the reasons he is said to have created writing. He is also the messenger of Ra, the sun deity, also meaning the soul who brought the special words of power to Isis. Isis. In the Ausarian resurrection story, in order to resurrect her husband Azaru. Osiris. This is also the same deity that Hagar of the Bible called El Roi, Genesis 16:13. Tehuti represents intellect, the mind, and its capacity to cut through, wading through the myriad of thoughts and concepts, water, in order to get to the truth. The universe is understood to be like an ocean of matter through which Ra sails on his highly decorated boat, the Mandajet, in order to sustain creation. Tehuti is Ra's mind, the mental plane, with which Ra moves through the ocean of creation, which is through birth or growth. Re incarnated into Tehuti, who kept all of Re's secrets. Thus, the universe is an ocean of consciousness known as Nun, the letter N in English, the letter of light Nur, and fire Nar in Syriac Arabic. Both these words are also written in Arabic without the use of vowels. Nun, its meaning was also known to the Egyptians as to cuddle a fish or whale. In the Muslim religion of Islam, it became Nun, the great whale of Jonah, the great sea creature. Nun, a mystic letter in the Quran, which is the Abjad 50. Abjad is the science whereby each letter of an alphabet has a number assigned to it. And this, the Abjad 50, is equivalent to the epochs, which takes place every 50,000 years with the ending and beginning of a whole cycle. Each equinox cycle is 25,000 years and consists of a lunar cycle and a solar cycle, lunar moon cycle and a solar sun cycle. And together they make up the 50-year epoch. In the Quran 68:1, which was originally Surah 2:1, it states Al-Qalam, the pen, or Nun, Al-Qalam, the pen, Al-Qalam, the pen, or Nun. The spirit Ra uses the mental plane. The spirit Ra uses the mental plane Tehuti to maintain order and to bring forth learning and knowledge to creation through arts, sciences, and language. Nothing is invented by human beings. Everything that is created by civilization comes from the mental plane and is grown. That growth is like knowledge and not from any individual human being. To think otherwise would be an egotistical thought. Are you listening, King Kong? You Caucasians need to quit with your vainglorious conceitedness. All your so-called modern inventions, they all came from the mental plane. Do you follow? Dumb and dumber. The more a person is in tune with the mental plane, the more knowledge he or she can obtain, and the more inner peace and fulfillment a person can experience. The link must be made. The further away a person gets from the mental plane through negative actions, ignorance, and delusion, the less able a person is to discover goodness, inner peace, knowledge, happiness, health in life. Do you follow? So Tehuti devised a plan to approach Haru, understanding that he is in a state of intense dullness. He knows that he cannot approach him directly by using his ordinary form and by giving him direct teachings as to the nature of the self, Ra, and his true identity. So he decides to transform himself. Into into the form of a humble, harmless Ian, baboon. Instead of presenting himself in the form of a regal Hebrew, Ibis bird heading divinity. He did not actually become a baboon. He took the form of a baboon so that he can teach Haru the nature of the baboon and his quest for water holes. So this became the school of the aggressor, the simian, the monkey, just as the Heb, Ibis bird, is the school of the bird. The eagle is the symbol of America. It's the same principle. Tehuti also decided to present to Hathor some of the most profound some of the most profound teachings related to the nature of the animals in the self in the form of parables, in order to gradually gain his confidence and to stimulate his latent memories of her true glory. When a monkey is searching for water, they'll wait until another animal goes to the water to get water so the monkey can follow them and find water. This is a sign of thinking, thought, planning, and scheming. Tehuti is holding the eye of Re as a warning of caution. Tehuti is preparing Haru for a war that was to be fought between him and his uncle Setoch, Seth. And remember Re incarnated into Tehuti so Tehuti became Re's eye. Do you follow, people?